Hi, for this video, we're going to talk about cash flow model during the crisis. We're going to talk about cash is king and knowing your business's real numbers and where you stand. And as you can tell, I've got Martin Riley with me. We're at home enjoying the virus stay-at-home deal as well, right, Martin?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
Shelter in place.
yeah, so again, I'm Randy Hendershot, founder and CEO of Evolution Advisors. We're a business brokerage firm in the Sacramento area located in Roseville. And with us is Martin Riley with Junction Peak. Hey, Martin.
Hey, Randy. Yeah, thanks for having me on. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, glad to have you here. Maybe kind of just tell us a little about Junction Peak and yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. So Junction Peak, what we do is we help owners and their business teams make strategic and disciplined financial decisions inside of their businesses. And we do that through primarily through financial modeling. So this is kind of a apropos time to be talking about, financial modeling.
100%. So you put together a cash flow tool. So why would a business owner, want to, take advantage of having a cash flow tool?
Yeah, well, right now, more than any other time, we have a lot of businesses out there struggling to make very important decisions. Decisions like, do I keep my people on staff? Do I fire people? Do I let go of, health benefits? Do I cut certain expenses? Do I go to the bank and ask for a loan? Do I need to extend my line of credit? There's all of these huge important questions that these business owners are trying to make. And in my mind, I don't know how you make that decision without having a really solid cash flow forecast to tell you where you're going to be.
So you put together a tool that you use the cash flow tool with your clients, but you put together a tool that you're going to, basically give out and hand out to local business owners in the community.
Yeah, exactly. So, everybody right now, I think, is banding together and wanting to provide value to the community, right? Help each other out. And, we've been using cash flow modeling tools with our clients for the last 12 years, and we're pretty darn good at it. And so what I thought I would do is I would take some of the common components of cash flow from my different clients and put that together in a model that I think could be fairly widely used across different types of businesses.
Well, let's kind of jump into it. On this first screen here, we've got a screenshot here. Maybe kind of tell us a little bit about what we're looking at.
Yeah, sure. So I think the thing that's important to know is that you're first going to need to collect a little bit of financial information around your income statement and your balance sheet. So your bookkeeper or your controller can pull that information together for you. And you're going to put that information into the cash flow model. And what you're looking at right here is once your information is in, you're going to be able to play out different scenarios around your income statement. And so this is one scenario of three that we're offering in the model. And with this, you can play out different what ifs. So what if what happens if my sales go down 20%? What happens if this crisis goes on for the next 5 months? What am I going to do? And so once you've kind of figured out your revenue implications, which is there on the top, then you can start working down the side of your income statement and think, okay, how am I going to handle the different expenses of my business? So this is helping you just to play out some scenarios, some what if situations.
I think the key is that your model here is giving the owner a chance to not just, say, hey, my revenue is going to drop by X%. There's so many other levers that are important that they could adjust in the model. And you've also got in here that the yellow area, that's the input area, or that's the
yeah, exactly.
Area, right?
So all of the yellow cells are where the business owner has an opportunity to input something, right? Either a percentage, a whole dollar that they want to flow through the model. Everything that they see in kind of the main body there that's in white, that's all formula driven based on the inputs that they put into the model.
Right.
Now, I will say that this is an open format. So if you're good at Excel, if you've got someone on your team that's really good at Excel, you can take this model and start to customize it yourself. So there's no restrictions on it.
Very good. So the next screen is more of an output screen, correct?
Yeah, exactly. So what you can do is you'll see there in the top left corner where it says scenario 1, you can pull in any one of the 3 scenarios into this tab, and then you can start to calculate actual cash flow. You'll see that there's 2 green lines at the bottom of the screen there. That first green line is the monthly cash flow. So it's going to tell you if you're positive or negative in the month. And then the second green line below, that's where your cash balance is going to end at each month. So on that bottom line, if you're ending up in the red or negative in a month-end cash balance, then you know you have more work to do, essentially.
Exactly. And the next screen, you've actually got it where you can get down to the week if need be.
Exactly. So again, you'll be able to pull in any one of the three scenarios. And when you do that, it's going to pull the budgets into a weekly format. You can take each of your monthly, expense items and inflow items of cash and then spread them out over the weeks. So that way, each week, you know kind of where your cash flow is going to end up.
Can we revisit it again? So you mentioned they're going to need their profit and loss statement, balance sheet as well, correct?
Exactly.
And
So
then,
yeah, so they're going to need the from February of this year back to January of last year is what I would suggest. Have it by month in an accrual format. Usually you can export that to Excel, and once you've done that, it'll be a lot easier to take that information to get it into our model.
now, would you recommend, is this something that a business owner could do on their own, or would you recommend they have some help from a bookkeeper, CPA, or?
Yeah, I think that their bookkeeper or their controller can do that work for them and help them go through the forecasting with this. Now, if they find that they really need a much more robust model, they need this to really be customized and they don't have anybody in-house to do that, then they can reach out to us and we can talk about helping them do that.
All right, very good, very good. So again, maybe kind of just summarize, the value in this. I think it's pretty impressive what you put together, Martin, and that you're offering it out to the business community, for them to use. So maybe kind of summarize, the benefits for this model.
Yeah. Yeah. So first of all, I will tell you that my clients right now are living and breathing with these cash flow models right now. And so I think if you're trying to make a major decision right now, which I know everybody who's watching this video is, then you've got to have a solid vision into the future. You have to know what you're going to do if certain situations arise. And so this model gives you that vision. It gives you that opportunity to play out what if scenarios. You're going to have a list of priorities of things that you can do or can cut. And so you need to be able to figure that out. And so that's what this model is going to do for you.
Just like any decision you got to make, information is power, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and if they want to receive a copy of the model, what's the best way to do that?
Yeah, so Randy, we sent over a link to you that should be in the email that you're sending out to them. It'll probably be on your YouTube page, I'm assuming. But if they go into that link, then they can get the tool, and then I'll also have an explainer video on there. Now, we're not gating this, which means we're not going to ask for anybody's information. This is purely a free, gift that we're putting out there to the community.
Right. You can also visit, get contact information from Martin there if you want to see any of their other services with Junction Peak and their phone number and email. And again, Evolution, our goal through this whole crisis we're going through here in April of 2020 is to provide information and be a resource. So if we can help in any means at all, please let us know. You can contact us via our website, email, or the old-fashioned way, you can give us a call. But again, thank you, Martin. Sure do appreciate your time putting this model together.
Yeah, Randy. Hey, thank you. I appreciate you giving me a platform to get this out.
Very good.